one can go on sequestering carbon forever. So I'm not sure where that system started from, whether it's relatively new grassland or short-term grassland. I suspect it's not very old grassland, but I don't have that information. So I think that's quite critical. And we also found some other information. The National Soil Inventory in England and Wales, they looked at rotational grasslands and thought they were accumulating about 100 kilograms of carbon per hectare per year. That looks pretty good. In Belgium, huge variation, plus 400 to minus 900 kilograms of carbon per hectare per year on their grasslands. So enormous variation. Another European carbon balance by Janssens, 600 plus or minus 900, so enormous variation. And then this work by Follett and Schumann, grazing land, 19 regions around the world, and they thought over this 3.5 billion hectares of permanent pasture, they thought they were accumulating about 60 kilograms of carbon per hectare per year. So a small amount, but if that's correct, then that shows that grasslands are beneficial. And putting it all together and trying to make it into CO2 equivalents, then these are the numbers that I came up with in terms of CO2 equivalents. So trying to think of the other greenhouse gases as well. And it's round about 200, 300, 400 kilograms with huge variation, as these data show. But it does suggest that grassland is a good way of accumulating carbon, but I'm not sure where these are in terms of the equilibrium, and so I would be very wary about wanting to claim that grassland is always good for accumulating carbon. It's got to come to equilibrium at some stage, and maybe even a slight change in management, climate change and global warming, that could begin to cause a loss of that soil carbon. So some hope there, but some issues as well. We've got a whole paper on deeper rooting crops later, but our chief executive, Douglas Kell, wrote this paper in Annals of Botany just a year or so ago. He's very enthusiastic about this.